Well, the fog that is pretty thick in spots early on this morning eventually gets out of here, and we are in for another very warm afternoon, way above average temperatures the next few days, pushing into the low 80s in some neighborhoods before finally a front arrives. Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish has been updating the timing of that front because if you are headed to the Jags game on Sunday, the playoff opener against the Buffalo Bills, it has implications on the potential for some showers, no significant rainfall, but certainly a little bit of wet seats perhaps, and also the cooler air that fills in behind it. So maybe a game that you start off in shorts and a t-shirt and then you layer on as we go through it. Be listening throughout the next few days for the updated 5-day first alert forecast. We're continuing to follow the protests that erupted in Minneapolis overnight after the deadly ice-involved shooting of a woman in a neighborhood there yesterday afternoon. We followed that as breaking news throughout the day and continue to follow developments and hearing from officials on the ground there and ICE officials who are telling different accounts of what they viewed from the video that is now circulated across the globe. Updates on that story as we move about the day. Fascinating story in Fernandina Beach as one woman has set up kind of like a little food pantry in her yard and thought that she was doing good in the community, but some neighbors have complained, or at least one neighbor has complained, which has led to code enforcement visiting and the potential of fines if she doesn't do away with it. Finn Carlin brought you that story last evening on Action News Jax. The woman is now calling for code enforcement to consider some changes and the changes that she wants to see happen so that she continue to do the most good in her community and for her community. Really interesting story that we're following for you on Jacksonville's Morning News. Governor DeSantis calling for a special legislative session on redistricting. Now, Tuesday of next week, the legislative session begins. He wants to wait until April, evidently, because of the potential of a U.S. Supreme Court decision on redistricting and thinking that that may be a better time after we see a potential decision from the Supreme Court. Working to make sense of that developing storyline as it has implications on the 2026 midterm elections. Boy, a lot to cover for you throughout Jacksonville's Morning News, huh? Be listening each and every weekday, 5 to 10 a.m. on 104.5 FM, streaming on all your favorite devices.